both of you doing today?
Hey, good,
Good,
thanks.
thanks. How are
How are
you?
you?
I'm doing good. Y'all caused me so much stress watching this show, but I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, I love your wallpaper.
I just wanted to be a part. I just wanted to hug y'all and be like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
They needed that.
One of the first questions that I wanted to ask you is, the surveys is something that really stood out to me while watching the series. It's something that makes you look within and question, like, what would my response be to this? And I wanted to ask the both of you, like, did you take the surveys personally after being attached to this project? And if so, was there anything fun that you learned about yourself while answering the questions?
That's a really good question. And I did actually, when I read the book, I did kind of go through with a pen and kind of did the numbers and kind of answered the questions. But I don't know. It's tricky. I feel like I know I don't know. I always say, if you get a question like that, I don't know about you, I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to figure out about me from this question. And then I can't, and then I'm just trying to answer the way I want to be seen as. So I'm kind of like, is that actually the real me, or is that just like who I want to be that I'm answering as,
Yeah. I personally love a questionnaire, like anything that can reveal something about myself. Sign me up. I love it. But yeah, probably similar to Ben. I probably like want to favor it to be what I would like to think of myself. However, I only read the script, so the questions that the audience saw were the only questions that I ever asked myself. I know that there's a load more questions in the book, but I feel like, like that kind of questionnaire, I'm really indecisive, and so it would take me forever just to answer the first one because of the weight that was attached to answering it. Like getting that house was everything to Emma, so it was like, this kind of the answer to this, it has to be right. And I feel like I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd give it to my mom and tell her to do it because I couldn't put that pressure on myself.
To know for the both of you, like, what advice have you had to give yourself over the years, when you're going through some tough times? What do you do to make sure that you can push through and heal and move forward?
That's a really nice question. I feel like I feel like not necessarily in the past, even like right now, like in the present, and I'm sure we'll continue to. I feel like it's just that, like, whenever I'm facing a tricky, hard time, to just remember that that's all it is. It's just a tricky, hard time. It's a moment, it's a phase. And I may not be able to control the situation, but I can control how I deal with it and how I choose to make me feel. And I use that to kind of like push through and get to the other side. For me personally, I don't know, what about you, Ben?
Yeah, I think I just tried to and I've read quite a few self-help books and whatnot, and I'd like to meditate and things like that to try and be able to take a step back from events as they're happening and just be more like a seer is like the yogi term, to like kind of just see what's going on and see where your mind's going without getting too wrapped up in it. But even still, like whenever in really dark times, just like remembering that it is temporary, and that like with all pain, whether it be like some kind of grief or whatever it is, like time will do its thing. Just keep going, just keep going every day. Just try and find something that's gonna make you feel like you've had a great experience that day. And even if you don't get one, just keep going, because like depression lifts and pain passes. It's just with every day you get a bit closer to feeling good again.
Hey, Jennifer, to give me some good words of encouragement. I love that.
That's a lovely question.
Thank you. Look, this had me really thinking deep. But people are going to make a lot of assumptions about all of the characters in this series. And I wanted to know for you, like, what is the most important characteristic about your characters that you really want the audience to leave with after watching the series? Because you two are some of the most intriguing characters that we have in the series that I was most interested in learning even more about.
I think for me, I didn't read the book, but I know that there were differences, and so purposely didn't read the book. I have the book and I will be reading the book, but I just didn't want to get caught up on the version of Emma that was written on paper. But I wanted to bring my own version to Emma, and I think the main thing that I wanted to portray being Emma is that, despite like the silly choices that she may make, is that she I wanted her to be likable. I wanted her to, it was important for me to feel as though the audience could empathize, I can't say that word, empathize with her. So yeah, for me, you know, being able to kind of bring my own version to Emma, and it was really exciting, like having Lisa also work on it with me. And as well, I think you have an idea of what your character will be like, but then you get on set and, you know, it also depends on like what the actor you're working with brings to the environment and to the space. So things can always change. And I feel like the version that I had of Emma in my head originally like really changed by the end of the journey. But yeah, I wanted her to come across likable despite like the choices that she made, and relatable to the audience.
You tell me I got a wrap, but Ben, I hope I get to talk to you again because I need to talk more about your character too.
I took too long. I'm sorry.
Look, I just want to thank the both of you for taking time to speak with me, and I'm sending so much love and light both your ways, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You
Lovely
too.
talking to you, Shonda. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, Ben.
Don't worry.